Hello, Scott Bethurham, Deputy Chief of Support Operations, and this is Report on Conditions.
This week, we'll take you to 3 incidents throughout the county, and we stop by Ben Clark Training Center to see California's Fire Mechanics Academy in action.
Stand by for reporting conditions.
Hi, and thank you for joining CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. I'm Rob Rosine. Last week from October 24th through October 30th, our firefighters responded to 3,662 calls for service. This included 2,683 medical emergencies and 103 fire-related calls. Of the fire calls, 16 were vegetation fires and 18 were structure fires. Let's take a look at a few highlighted incidents from this past week. On October 24th, firefighters were dispatched to a residential structure fire near the 2200 block of Corona Avenue in the city of Norco. The first arriving engine company confirmed a fully involved mobile home with potential of spreading to surrounding vegetation. Due to easterly winds, the fire ended up igniting 2 mobile homes and some of the nearby vegetation. Resources were committed to the incident for a total of 2 hours. There were no firefighters or civilians injured. On Wednesday, October 26th, firefighters responded to a reported traffic collision near Highland Springs Avenue on-ramp on eastbound Interstate 10 in the city of Banning. The first arriving company officer reported 2 semi-tractor trailers with heavy damage and 1 patient trapped under one of the semis. Extrication equipment, including heavy lifting airbags, were utilized to extricate the patient within 25 minutes after arrival. The patient was transported to a local area hospital with major injuries. 3 lanes of eastbound Interstate 10 were closed down, resulting in heavy traffic during the morning rush hour. On Friday, October 28th, firefighters received reports of a residential structure fire with entrapment near the 79,700 block of Dandelion Drive in the city of La Quinta. The first arriving unit visually confirmed light smoke emitting from the eaves of the residence. The entrapped civilian was rescued by a Riverside County Sheriff's deputy and transported to a local area hospital with moderate injuries. Fire personnel contained the fire to the kitchen area of the home.
The Riverside County Fire Department is currently enrolling volunteer reserve firefighters and other vital volunteer roles. Whether you want to start an exciting career in the fire service or just want to serve your community, visit rvcfire.org to find out more.
There is a drug killing thousands of people in our communities. It can be hidden in all drugs. Meth, heroin, pills. The tiniest amount of it could kill you. It's a substance called fentanyl. You may think it won't happen to you, but you are not the exception. Don't be another face of fentanyl. Learn more about the deadly dangers of fentanyl at facesoffentanyl.net.
So the California Fire Mechanics Academy is going on this week. We offer it twice a year. It is a facility for technicians to learn the techniques and skills they need to be fire apparatus technicians, or as the state calls them now and certifies them as emergency vehicle technicians.
We are the longest standing and largest organization in the country to train emergency vehicle technicians, and we are the only organization in the state of California where you can get your state certification as a EVT or emergency vehicle technician.
We offer all the certification courses, and also we offer add-on courses such as engines, different manufacturers of braking systems and things like that they need to know to be a fire apparatus technician.
We have 143 students here this week in our fall academy. Most of them are mechanics. Some of them are actually firefighters. We do offer classes such as knowing your apparatus for firefighters trying to come up and be an engineer, just getting to know their job better, but most of this is based on the fire mechanics in our state.
The Riverside County Fire's part in this is that we have come to have an agreement and use the facility here in conjunction with the California Fire Mechanics Academy for training. It's an excellent training ground. We can have all of our classes in one area. Fire mechanics from all up and down the state can come here and get training in one place. We have the use of equipment that we can use, the use of the facilities with the pump pits and things of that nature for the training of fire apparatus technicians, or as they're now called, emergency vehicle technicians. conditions. In conjunction with classroom training, we also do hands-on training.
We have several props for braking systems, electrical systems, multiplexing systems. We do have a fire pump test pit out there on the testing grounds. We have a mobile pump test trailer.
I reach out to different manufacturers for the latest and greatest training to help supply classes on their newest stuff and on how to emergency respond and repair these vehicles. They're highly specialized. There's things that fire trucks do that no other truck does, and we need to train technicians on how to repair those efficiently, quickly, and keep it in service for the public. Some of the training aids that we had yesterday, where we have manufacturers of the pumps, fire pumps come out, they bring their tear down and disassembly pumps so the students can get hands-on, in depth, and learn how the pump works, how to disassemble it, diagnose it, and repair it. We also have the draft pits, where we teach the students how to properly test the fire apparatus and certify them every year for their drafting capabilities and to keep them compliant with NFPA.
We have a class that they are learning specifications and how to write specifications, the different options and how trucks are built. Most departments across our country have realized that getting the fire mechanics involved on the build of the truck helps with their downtime. Because if a mechanic goes in and says, hey, I can fix this truck, this piece on the truck breaks more often than anything, but I always have to remove this to get to it, so this is going to take me an hour longer to fix because I have to remove that piece, then the mechanic helps them understand that we can mount that somewhere else and we can build the truck a little bit differently. It doesn't affect the operation of the truck at all, but it absolutely affects the downtime.
We also were showing students the driving portion of the brake testing, some of the inspections that you have to do to keep these apparatus certified and on the road every year.
Mechanics play a very important role in the fire department in keeping those pieces of apparatus ready to respond in a moment. So this academy, twice a year, teaches and trains those mechanics how to get to a place where they can have some influence in their departments and we can keep our apparatus on the road for the public safety. So if you want to be a fire apparatus technician, you need to be a little bit of an automotive mechanic, a truck mechanic, a plumber, and an electrician, because it has all of those aspects on that truck. There was a saying that one of my fire chiefs told me years ago. He said, if you want to know what's going on in your department, ask your mechanics.
So today I'm presenting in front of Beaumont City Council, trying to get the city to purchase a truck for the new Fire Station 106 that we just broke ground on. We work with the fire chief and the executive staff on recommendations on what type of equipment we need, depending on what type of calls we have. In Beaumont and the Pass area, there's a large industrial coming in, a lot of houses being built, multi-story complexes that is making our job harder to do because we don't have access to multi-story buildings. So anything over your typical two-story single-family dwelling or single-story commercial building, we don't have access to get up onto a roof to do any type of ventilation without waiting for a truck to come from outside the area. The city council, so they're not experts in fire department equipment or apparatus. So by bringing the equipment here so that they can actually see it, they can touch it, they can see how it moves. When you tell somebody, hey, we need a ladder that goes 100 feet up in the air so we can reach 6-story buildings, that's kind of something hard to capture in your mind what a true 100-foot ladder in the air is versus seeing that ladder in person where you're having to stretch your neck, look up, and see that ladder fully extended. So even in a still picture, it just doesn't do the justice as you're watching the motions, you're watching them position themselves, you're watching them raise the ladder, you're watching them, the speed that they do it. We have experts here, on our trucks that can get this ladder up in under 2 minutes, and we're able to get up on some of these larger roofs. And I think that's an important message that we get to the council, that we work within a matter of minutes on some of these incidents, and we need to be able to get access to these places, and right now we just can't. And that's one of the reasons why we brought out the different type of trucks that are available for council to make, have an informed decision. So we're kind of calling it touch a truck, so that we can actually bring them out and rather than just still photos. We've asked partners from throughout Riverside County to bring their their equipment out so the council can see the different types of trucks. So we're going to do demonstrations on the maneuverability of a rear mount aerial truck versus a tractor drawn aerial truck. We're also going to do ladder throws so they can see the amount of time it takes to throw the ladders. We're also going to show them some of the inefficiencies that we have or inabilities that we have with an engine company on the type of ladders that is carried on, that we can only get so high up when it's only carrying a 24-foot ladder versus a truck that's carrying a 100-foot aerial ladder. Our preference is going to be a tractor-drawn aerial truck, but it's something different than we haven't done in Riverside County yet. It's going to be a tractor-drawn aerial truck that has a pump and a tank on it, so it can pump water and extinguish a fire without having to have an engine company there.
That's going to do it for this week's Report on Conditions. To stay up to date on current incidents as they happen in Riverside County, be sure to follow us at CAL FIRE RRU on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Did you happen to capture a picture or video of our firefighters in action? If so, please send them our way at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your CAL FIRE, Riverside County Fire Department, Public Affairs, and Community Education Bureau, I'm Rob Rusine. Thanks for watching.